What started as a sketch on paper is about to become something nobody expected. The UFO's footprint is precisely laid out and marked on the floor using exact measurements. Soil is spread across the area where the UFO outline was marked. Using the guide frame as a reference, the soil is sculpted into the cabin shape, forming a mold that will later be filled with mortar. Mortar is prepared by thoroughly mixing sand and cement until the dry materials are evenly combined. The mixture is poured on the sand, where it is then spread and shaped to match the desired shape. The mortar, after taking the shape of the mold, is scrubbed and washed clean to give it a smooth finish. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and tell us how we can improve in the comments. Your support keeps us going. After the mortar sets and fully cures, a release agent is applied. This produces a sturdy negative mold that becomes the starting point for building the cabin of the UFO-shaped watercraft. Fiberglass chopped strand mat is placed over the negative mold, then saturated with liquid polymer resin, which cures and locks the fiberglass layers together. A support cradle is built from metal bars to hold the UFO-shaped watercraft in place. The frame is designed to provide stability and working access for the next stages of construction. The cabin's outer shell is formed by laying fiberglass chopped strand mat and polymer resin directly onto the support frame. The negative mold is carefully loosened, separated, and removed from the outer cabin's shell. The edges are trimmed, and the entire surface is sanded down to achieve a clean, uniform finish. Hexagonal pieces are cut from drywall boards to match the UFO cabin design, serving as molds for the window openings, while rectangular molds are attached to the dome to create openings for natural light. A mold for the entry opening is mounted, providing support and defining the shape of the entry point. Hexagonal patterns are built into the interior using fiberglass, chopped strand mat, and polymer resin, resulting in a bold, geometric finish. The lower section of the watercraft is constructed using the same materials and steps as the upper cabin, except without the dome shape. A keel is fabricated and mounted onto the lower section of the vessel. All seams and gaps are sealed and reinforced with fiberglass, chopped strand mat, and polymer resin to create a watertight structure. The propulsion system is mounted on the keel and secured with additional supports. The structural skeleton of the UFO-shaped watercraft is now assembled, including the upper and lower sections, the keel, and the propulsion system. The molds for the entrance and window openings are removed. The edges of every cutout are trimmed and smoothed to remove any roughness or leftover irregularities from the molding process. This prepares the openings for fitting doors, windows, and final components, completing the cabin's form and functionality. The exhaust system is assembled. This includes the installation of a water box. The water box reduces both temperature and noise before expulsion by mixing cooling water with hot exhaust gases. The exhaust system reduces noise, protects the engine, supports cooling, and manages back pressure regulation. A smaller pipe is installed as the steering linkage, connecting the handlebars to the steering nozzle. As the handlebars turn, the nozzle swings left or right, redirecting the high-pressure water jet to steer the craft. The linkage is routed through designated holes in the watercraft's body, aligned with the internal structure, and securely connected to the steering handle. This mechanism transfers the handle's movement directly to the steering nozzle at the rear of the watercraft. Painting starts inside the watercraft first. Then the exterior is sprayed with a final coat of marine-grade paint, providing long-lasting protection against harsh marine conditions. The entrance door is built using the same materials as the watercraft's body. A protective coat is applied. A layer of plaster follows to smooth out surface imperfections. The door is then strengthened with an additional layer of fiberglass and polymer resin. The door is split into two sections for easier access and better functionality. Excess material is trimmed away. All edges are smoothed to ensure a clean fit and safe handling. An open and close mechanism is fabricated using metal bars, heavy-duty screws, and electric tools. The doors are spray painted with marine-grade paint to match the body. Multiple even coats are applied for full coverage and water resistance. A fabric mat is carefully applied to the door's interior surface to create a smooth, even, and visually appealing finish. A similar fabric mat is applied across the entire interior of the watercraft, matching the treatment used on the door. LED lights are installed into the cabin openings. The wiring is neatly routed behind the panels, connecting the LEDs to the power source and control system. The dashboard is mounted and connected to the watercraft's electrical and control systems to support the overall operation of the vessel. The fuel tank is installed beneath the driver's seat, maximizing space while maintaining balance within the vessel. Fuel lines are routed from the tank to the engine, with careful routing to prevent leaks. Solar cells, also called photovoltaic cells, are installed on the exterior top surface exposed to sunlight. Bus bars, conductive metal strips, are welded to each solar cell to connect them in series, creating a continuous electrical path between the cells. The solar cells convert sunlight into electrical energy, providing a renewable power source that can charge batteries or run onboard systems. The UFO-shaped watercraft is fully assembled and ready for testing and launch. After countless hours of dedication, skill, and vision, the UFO-shaped watercraft is finally complete. What started as a vivid idea has become a remarkable reality. Every detail, from the carefully formed fiberglass cabin to the powerful propulsion system, shows the passion and determination behind the build. This craft is more than a vessel. It represents the maker's drive to turn a dream into something real, transforming raw materials into a functional work of art.